Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today is a great day to talk about the top 5 ROI returns in my investments in the last couple of months. These are all going to be projects that I have actually discussed with you guys, so I'm not going to have my own personal stuff, but I'm going to actually have all of the projects I discussed on my YouTube channel or in my silver and gold groups on Patreon, which by the way is in the description below. I discussed these with you guys in length. So the first one we're going to have is actually going to be Kurobo. And if you guys don't know anything about Kurobo, if you've been following it at all, it's been doing insanely well. So the first video I did on Kurobo was back in March 28th, and I've done some update videos since then, and I also talked with my silver and gold members on great entry points. But, really Kurobo has done insanely well. Like I said, a 0.0028 at the time of this video, you can see there. And like I said, guys, if you want to take advantage of this kind of stuff before we get started, exclusive pre-sales, low market cap picks, and market updates, all there available to you at patreon.com/cryptoprofitYT. So I do want to jump into Kurobo first. So Kurobo going to be 0.0028. Let's go over here, type it in, and I thought this would be kind of a fun activity to do during a just a market push at this point in time of 50K Bitcoin continuing to rise, as well as so many other coins doing so well. And I do want to jump into Kurobo and see that there is a 52.4 cent price point right now, but we actually saw all-time highs, pushes all the way up to 64 cents. We are going to go with this 52 cents or 52.4 cents, but just realize, we went all the way up to 64 cents. So if you guys bought when I told you to and actually sold, and I will say, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'll never give you financial advice. Always do your own research. But, when I actually mentioned this coin, I should say, if you bought at that point in time and then sold at the all-time high, you would be making insane profit. I'm going to go with the 52.4 cents, though, for the sake of this, saying that we still held on and we could sell now. So you can see here, I put $52, so let me fix that real quick. 52.4, we have a 187x. So if you put $1 down, you would have $187. You put $100 down, you can do the math. You're going to have a very, very solid return on investment. And like I said, Kurobo 187x from that first video. And guys, this is not always going to be the case. These are our top 3 altcoins with upcoming projects, big coins, or pre-sales. I do these videos all the time for you guys, and some of these are going to be home runs like Kurobo, some are not. And realistically, I'm always going to try to give you guys the home runs, but you're going to have a better opportunity to get these home runs to, like I said, on this channel. A lot of people I see just pretty much putting any sponsored video out there possible, and you're not really giving you the rundown on them. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on before we jump into Wayu, which, by the way, Wayu is a recent one that we did. If you go here, we can actually see the private sale round was at 0.005, and I'm going to use this price because of one reason and one reason only. If we actually jump over to the Wayu video, which was actually a top 3 altcoins must-watch video, massive upcoming projects, hopefully people were watching, there was a token private pre-sale request form, and you could easily get into that private pre-sale very, very easily, like I said. So we're going to go with a 0.005 price on that. As we jump over to the current price, we see it at about 7 cents. You can see that one Wayu is currently 7 cents. So we're going to jump as it kind of went below 7 cents. It's going to be volatile, obviously, continuing to jump around 7 cents, it looks like. But I do want to put in 7 cents for the sake of the video, and we are going to have a 14x since the release of Wayu, which is absolutely insane. If you guys jumped in on this video is only August 14th. So not long ago at all, and obviously the pre-sale was actually, a little ways away from that August 14th date, I believe. So you were actually just a couple weeks ago, you could have got in and made this 14x just pretty much in, a span of a week or two. I do want to jump back, though, and take a look at WJXN. This one's not as crazy, but it's another coin that I did suggest. And this is a very interesting concept of this coin. I'm not going to jump to the concepts of these coins. I just want to give you the ROIs and really how well they did. But, we have the JAX coin or JXN coin. It's one of those coins, like I said, I talked about June 23rd, it looks like, and it didn't do very well. 683 views, which is one of my lower viewed videos in the entire channel, which is very interesting because JAX ended up doing very well so far. And if we take a look, we can see phase 1 was right around 0.77 to 0.865 WJXN price, and you guys were easily able to kind of get in on that. Like I said, I gave you a link and gave you an opportunity to get in on that pre-sale. So let's jump back to, let's just say 0.8. kind of go in between there. If we go with a 0.8 price on the entry here, and we actually jump for the current price over here, we have $2 and what 40, or it says 243 up here, but I think we have 228 as the current price. So we're just going to go with 228. Obviously, it could update, continue to remain volatile, but 228 is not going to be an insane jump, obviously, but this was a good one because it's a 2.85x. And if you look at WJXN, it's one of those coins that, not a lot of people still know about. It's still in, I think, below a $30 million market cap, about at $26 million. So still great opportunity there with Jax token. You can actually take a look yourself. We have next, though, Illuvium. The Illuvium's one that I talked a while back. If we jump back to the YouTube live that I had, this was a pretty successful live. We had a lot of people tuning in. Illuvium was one of the coins that I did mention. Somebody else actually talked about it. I, brought it up as well, and we talked about really ILV and the future of ILV. Definitely a possibility of huge things to take place. And if you guys jumped in at this ILV price point, and you actually can see the page that they're on right now, we're pretty much going to have the same page right here. So it's going to be ILV was 88 USD. So for the pre-sale is $88 per coin. If we actually jump over here then and type in the price or entry price of $88, we are going to have the current price come up of $602.72. So that's going to be a massive, massive push. And one thing to note, guys, like I said, this is always going to be the current price that we're putting in. But if you look at the all-time high and you sell it at the entirety, the high, you're going to be able to see that, right now I think we actually might be at the high on Illuvium. I thought we were at 600 before, but maybe I'm mistaking for a different coin. But $602.72, let's go with that price and see what kind of ROI we would be getting. $602.72, we would have a 6.84x or 6.85x. So that's going to be a nice return as well. Another great return on investment. Chainlink's going to be kind of an interesting one. I just kind of want to mention this one quickly, just because a lot of you guys aren't following me on Twitter. And if you guys aren't following me on Twitter, you're kind of missing out, because recently, or not really recently, but July 16th, when we did have that dip, I talked about buying Link at $15 feels like stealing. What are you accumulating? So at the time of that, obviously, now at $31.11, I'm not going to really type that one in. I guess we could. $15 to $31.11, going to be very, very, very a little over that 2x from that current time I talked about Chainlink. And, we could do this with all of the videos, or all of the, videos I've done with some of the bigger coins. Solana, I talked, I believe, about at $15 now. Let's just take a look. I believe it was $15 we talked about Solana. I just checked that recently. It was right around there, so it might be off just a little bit. But let's take a look at where Solana is right now on CoinGecko. Solana being the number 7 coin right now, which is absolutely insane, doing so well. We see a $141. So just a massive ROI. If you guys are paying attention on this channel, you're going to see some great things happening. I do want to drag this down. So it looks like it's a 9.4x on Solana since the beginning of my Solana days, talking about the Solana price predictions and where we could see Solana going from those current prices. I will say, guys, like I said, there's so much I could do on this. I could continue to go through so many different coins. I thought Kurobo was a great one to look at, and I thought Wei was a good one to look at, just because those are recent ones. Or Kurobo wasn't really recent, but the Wei was very, very recent, and then Kurobo was one that just was absolutely insane. Like I said, on 187x, you don't always hit home runs like that, and when you do, you definitely have to talk about it. So I just wanted to give you guys kind of my understanding on, some of the ROIs I've had in the past couple of days. And I also wanted to say, if you want these kind of pre-sale opportunities, ICOs, IDOs, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. And I also want to say, guys, if you have not already, go to the Patreon, patreon.com/CryptoProfitYT. Support me if you guys have the, the thoughts of trying to get into these pre-sales. I try to give you guys all the links that give you, capabilities of jumping in. A lot of people have these private links of getting in. You have communities of people that don't actually get to enter some of these pre-sales and ICOs and IDOs because they don't get really, a part of that link or that part of that correct community. So I want to help you guys out there and, get you started on some of those cheaper coins at the very, very entry. And you can do that, like I said, on that Patreon. So I will say as well, I'm not doing AdSense for the entirety of September, most likely. So trying to help support this September bull market and give you guys just raw video of, just really as much info as possible. So thank you guys again for tuning in. If you have not already, like I said, make sure to jump in on those social media channels, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.